What's up, guys? Welcome back to the UMAD Sports Show, episode number 2. I'm Corey, aka Big C.
What's up, guys? I'm Wes, and today's episode is about wide receivers. We're going to cover our top 10 wide receivers, and we don't know what each other's top 10 is, so it's going to be interesting. And we're going to cover some other things as well, some sleepers or biscuits, as we like to call them. And yeah, it's going to be a good episode.
You got to risk it for that biscuit.
Yep.
Yeah, it should be a fun one, guys. Same concept as last week. We don't know each other's top 10s here on the wide receivers. We're going to go through them and compare our top 10 to the top 10 of both Fantasy Pros and ESPN. I think last week we just did Fantasy Pros. I have ESPN up with it, but it doesn't look like... I mean, actually, they do vary a little bit there with their rankings.
So, all right, guys, if you didn't see the last video yet, go check it out. It was running backs, top 10. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe, like, dislike, hit the bell for notifications. Go like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those things. And let's get right into it.
Number 1, pretty obvious. Not a situation like last week. Again, go watch that video if you want to know. Christian McCaffrey would be everybody else's typical number 1, wasn't ours. So go check that out. Argue with us in the comments. Be mad.
Yep, that's a good one.
Whatever. But this week is pretty obvious, no-brainer. Anybody who doesn't have this man at the top of their list for wide receivers is out of their minds.
Yeah.
And who's that?
It's Michael Thomas. He's arguably number 1 out of all offensive players, too. Honestly, Michael Thomas is just he's a legend already in the making. So yeah, Michael Thomas, hands down.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, we don't know each other's lists here, but that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You can't even question that one. Number 2 for me, I'm gonna go straight into number 2 for because Michael Thomas, not a whole lot to talk about there. Drew Brees in his final year, gonna go off. Michael Thomas is number 1 target. That just do the math. Number 2 for me. Let's talk about what they have here at Fantasy Pros, because that angers me. They have Davante Adams.
Oh yeah.
And I was gonna, usually we wait till the end, but that's my what are you thinking?
Oh, that's a good one.
Davante Adams, the number 2 wide receiver in the entire NFL.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? There's absolutely no way. I mean, the guy he put up monster games last year. I can't deny that, but there's no way. There is no way. My number 2 is, without a doubt, especially with the upgraded quarterback this season, I have to go with Chris
Dude, he's
Godwin.
my number 2.
Yes.
Yes, dude. That's so badass.
Right,
yeah, dude. Yeah, so we both got Chris Godwin.
Yes. Okay. All right. I mean, like what I just said right there. While there is a lot of improvements made there offensively in Tampa Bay, the biggest one is one of the greatest quarterbacks that has ever played the game. Love him or hate him, Tom Brady, and you're throwing Tom Brady in there with Evans, Godwin, and then his old boy Gronkowski.
Yeah.
So it's a crazy year. I feel like Godwin would have to be most people's number 2.
Yeah.
Somebody thinks Davante Adams.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people thinking that Evans is going to be the number 1 receiver, and no, Tom Brady loves slot receivers. This could be. Godwin had an amazing year last year, and this could top that. I think Godwin has a lot of upside over Evans. Godwin number 2 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be crazy. Tom Brady's gonna it's gonna be insane. Godwin's gonna be he's gonna be right up there with Michael Thomas. He literally So we'll see. All right, number three. I also have a little bit of a problem. I mean, it's not enough to say what are you thinking, but number 3 for ESPN, they actually had him at number 2 on right here. So DeAndre Hopkins, I don't like him being there. I was gonna originally put him in my number 3, and while I like Kyler Murray in Arizona, I do like him. That's a downgrading quarterback from Deshaun Watson. So DeAndre Hopkins slips a little on my list.
Ooh, see, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not totally sold on Deshaun Watson. I think that Kyler Murray might be the quarterback DeAndre Hopkins needs this year.
you're gonna get some people ticked off just for saying you're not sold on Deshaun Watson because that man is a freak of nature when he's healthy.
Yeah, but man,
Like he's the next closest thing to Lamar Jackson out there, I think, probably. So, but we'll leave that one for the quarterbacks. We'll discuss that one later. When we get to our quarterback list, which might be the next episode, we'll see.
My number 3 is Julio Jones.
I'm not even joking. Look, I had edited my list. You can see the little arrows and stuff. Here, I'll show the camera my notes. And then I edited it right here and changed it, and Julio Jones is number 3.
You have Julio Jones number 3? Oh, wow.
Yes, I do.
Okay, nice. Dude, yeah, here we go.
So we're 1, 2, 3 right now. Again, just like
last week we were 6 for 6. The first 6 picks I think were the same.
Yeah, I think it was the first. It was great. It was nuts. It just kept going.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, and Julio Jones.
All right. So I mean, and let's talk about that. You know, one of the most consistent wide receivers out there for years. He's been since he joined the NFL. I mean, didn't you have him? Didn't you have him too? Remember we talked about we both had Saquon for our championship runs. Didn't you have him in your championship?
No,
run
I had
too?
Michael Thomas that year, and that was awesome. Michael Thomas killed it for me.
Oh yeah,
but,
okay, yeah, that's a great.
Yeah,
combo.
yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, and Julio Jones has a little competition with Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley might have a breakout year, but I do think it's going to be Julio Jones.
Well, Calvin Ridley was already having his breakout year. He took over. My number 5 plays for Kansas City.
Oh, dude! Oh my God! You're kidding me, Corey.
No, Tyreek Hill.
I got Tyreek Hill, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What is going on?
I think number 6.
Hold on. Let's skip.
What?
I think number 6 is going to be the same.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. My number 6 is a little bit off.
Well, my number 6 here. We'll talk about both of them at the same time. Well, because like I said, 4, 5, and 6 to me are completely interchangeable.
Yeah.
But so you had him on your team last year, and you were pretty pumped on him.
Yeah, that's not who I got at number 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have Amari Cooper at number 6.
Yeah, see, that's, I have Amari Cooper on my top 10, I'll say that, but my number 6 is DJ Moore.
Oh, I don't even have him in my top 10.
Dude, I think DJ Moore is going to kill it, man, with Teddy Bridgewater. I think DJ Moore is going to have a big ass
year. That is a
year.
significant upgrade from the situation last year.
Yeah, I think DJ Moore is going to do really well, and he's going to clearly be the number 1 receiver there with Teddy Bridgewater. Bridgewater's number 1 receiver last year was Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas put up crazy stats with Teddy Bridgewater, like prioritizing him. It's going to be crazy, man. I think DJ Moore is going to have a really, really good year.
Okay, all right. I'll give you that. I mean, I'm concerned. I mean, he very well may. When's the last time you had like a stud receiver in Carolina? Like one that you were like you would put in your top 10. You know, that's it sketches me out. My thinking on it, and then. I had, who bumped DJ Moore out? It's my number 7. I bumped him all the way to number 7, and people are gonna think I'm out of my mind for this. I know it. My number 7, who bumped DJ Moore out of the top 10, is Odell Beckham.
Oh, nice. I thought about putting him in.
They got him number 14 on Fantasy Pros. And where do they got him on ESPN? On ESPN, they have him at 14 as well.
Nice.
So I'm bumping him up 7 spots from where they got him. To me, like the first year, all that talk, all the hype for the Browns, it was a big distraction for those guys. Odell Beckham Jr. is absolutely a stud wide receiver.
He is. My thing with that is though, Jarvis Landry. It's going to be. I can't really say for sure Beckham Jr. is the number 1 receiver there. It might be Jarvis Landry, but
Jarvis, yeah, but I think this year we're going to see a lot of Mayfield. Mayfield had his sophomore slump. Now we're gonna see the guy that played at Oklahoma and the guy who came out and shined at the end of his rookie season there. I think we're going to see a lot of touchdown connections between Odell Beckham
That'd be
and
cool.
Baker Mayfield. So, yeah,
That'd be cool.
and then with the pressure taken off with those two running backs from the get-go, it's going to be a different Browns team this year. So, yeah, I got Odell Beckham Jr. kind of having a comeback year. Top 10 wide receiver, him at my 7th spot. Who's in
All
your
right, in
7th
my
spot?
number 7 spot. Okay, let's think about this for a second. Stephon Diggs isn't in Minnesota anymore. I think Adam Thielen is in the top 10. I put him at number 7.
Yes, yes. I honestly, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I completely spaced Adam. I honestly would bump Devontae Adams out of my top 10. I have Devontae Adams at number 8. So right here live with you guys. Well, not live, but you guys are watching this after we record it. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys Devontae Adams number 11, bumping him all the way down to number 11. Maybe number 12 behind DJ Moore. Who knows? But so I'm gonna put Thielen at my number 8 instead of Devontae Adams because I completely forgot about him until we started recording this. So because I saw him on the list.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna kill it, dude. Without Stephon Diggs, I mean, I think Thielen was he had a lot of injuries last year, but he's I don't know, man. What?
Yeah, he had a rough season last year. Stephon Diggs kind of had got to come out and show that he still could do it.
As long as he's healthy, though.
Diggs is in Buffalo now.
Like, as long as he's healthy, though,
yeah.
number 7, dude, I like having him at number 7.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, I mean, not bad. Who's your number 8? I just told you he's my number 8, and I bumped Devontae Adams all the way out of the top 10 for that. But so who would be your number
my
8?
number 8 is Amari Cooper. You had him at number 6, right?
Yes, I had him at number 6.
And I like Amari Cooper. I almost put him up higher.
We didn't talk about him much. We can talk about him now.
Yeah, he's just, for me last year he was kind of a boomer bust. He was either the MVP of the game or he was just non-existent. And it's kind of just been the same old thing with Amari Cooper. He always has like a thigh injury or a knee injury or something, and so it's week to week he's questionable. It's almost every week he's questionable. And then they'll have him active, and then he'll only play like a third of the downs or something. And so
yeah, he needs to stay healthy.
What?
He definitely needs to stay healthy.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with that is they just drafted with their first round pick.
I know.
The Cowboys just got CeeDee Lamb. He's going to take a lot of pressure off of Amari Cooper. We're looking at probably both of them being with Zeke as the running back and Dak Prescott as the quarterback. We could be looking at both a Mike Evans, Chris Godwin type situation with both those guys in the top 10 with CD being a rookie. So it could be crazy down there. Like the Cowboys have a legit I don't want to jinx them, and you know how Cowboys fans think they're going to win the Super Bowl every single year. So, but they have a legit shot in that NFC versus what I believe will be Tom Brady and the Buccaneers.
I hope so, man. Yeah, the NFC's looking fierce again.
Yeah, those two teams are pretty. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are looking pretty scary out there in the NFC. I mean, but the AFC still, for the next probably like 5 years at the very least, we're looking at a Ravens versus Kansas City AFC Championship. It's going to be just like it was when it was Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady every single year in the AFC Championship. That's pretty much what we might be looking at here.
AFC just as predictable as usual. But all right, so who was your number 8 again?
My number 8 was Devontae Adams, but then I bumped him out for Adams.
Oh, that's weird that you bump out your number 8, but that's cool.
Yeah, well, I don't like Devontae Adams. I don't have any faith. Like Green Bay, how they did using a first-round pick on a quarterback instead of getting him a weapon. Instead of getting Aaron Rodgers a weapon is absolutely so disrespectful. I hope nothing but bad things for Green Bay. I'm so sorry, Tim. I'm not sorry, Brad. But I just hope Green Bay is absolutely terrible this year because of what the organization went and did to Aaron Rodgers. Instead of getting that man a weapon as he's nearing the end of his career, you draft a quarterback with your first round pick. You traded up. They traded up. Sorry, I'm upset.
No, whatever. Detroit's taking the NFC North. But anyways, for number 9, let me see, how deep
Who do you
did I?
got?
This was my. This was arguably, I guess, my riskiest one. I picked A.J. Brown for number 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like A.J. Brown's gonna have a good year.
Go ahead and say why
What?
that. I was gonna say go ahead and get into that. I know he was he did some pretty crazy. I picked him up a couple of those weeks that he went off.
Yeah, he was consistent. He didn't have a lot of big games, but he was
I mean-
consistent. And I think he's gonna do better this year than last year. He's gonna have a better chemistry with Tannehill. I think A.J. Brown's going to do big things. I think it's crazy that they have him lower than, like, Calvin Ridley. They have him lower than 2 Rams receivers. They have him.
I would put him lower than Calvin
What?
Ridley. Calvin Ridley healthy at least. I would definitely put him lower than Calvin Ridley. I don't understand how they have both Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods in the top 16.
It's because they just don't know, yeah. So who do you have at number 9?
I went with Juju Smith-Schuster from the Steelers.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, that's Fantasy Pros has him at number 9 too, and he could do really well.
But ESPN has him all the way down at 13. It's surprising to me. Big Ben is back and healthy this year. We're not looking at the gnarly quarterback situation they had there last year.
Big Ben's back healthy in like 42, but yeah.
But have you seen the shape? I mean, he looks great right now. I'm pretty.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers are going to be scary, man. Think about what Peyton Manning did at 42, and I mean, Ben Roethlisberger is definitely. He's a Super Bowl quarterback. He knows what to do. He's a smart quarterback. He's an experienced quarterback, and he's in great shape. So, I think Juju Smith-Schuster being his number 1 target. It could be a year.
Could be. He's not in my top 10 though.
All right, who's your 9?
That was A.J. Brown. Yeah, I'll go to my number 10 now, and it was pretty much I had to. With my number 10, I had to choose who the number 1 Rams receiver is going to be, and I went with Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp is going to kill it this year.
No, I mean maybe. But no.
Yeah, man.
He disappointed me so much last year.
He slipped. He definitely had. He started out good and then slipped for sure.
Yeah, that. I mean, if he repeats what he did, 2 years ago, when he was like basically the steal of it. That he was on your team too. When he went to the championship.
No, he wasn't.
And you won the championship,
no.
yeah. No, yeah, he was. You were like, Cooper Kupp, what are the chances, blah, blah, blah. And then Brad picked him last year, and you were pissed when Brad picked him in the draft. And then you ended up getting him from Brad for Mahomes.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I guess maybe I did have him.
Yeah, you did have him on your championship team. Yeah, it was Cooper Kupp, Michael Thomas, and Saquon Barkley. Those are your players.
Yeah.
That's madness.
Yeah, they carried me. That was cool. And Russell Wilson. I had Russell Wilson was my QB too, and he was, he was killing it for me too.
Russell Wilson, perfect, great time to mention Russell Wilson, because since we both, I haven't mentioned my number 10 yet, but I got to mention my what the hell are you thinking? How Russell Wilson? We can agree that he's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
How do you have his number 1 and number 2 targets ranked outside the top 20? Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf outside the top 20? Are you kidding me? What is wrong with you, Fantasy Pros and ESPN?
DK Metcalf is one of my honorable mentions. I think DK Metcalf,
I think he's a breakout season.
I think DK Metcalf I feel like he's going to have a better year than Tyler Lockett. I think DK Metcalf's going to take over, man.
I agree. I think this is his breakout season.
Yeah.
He's no joke.
He reminds me of Megatron, dude. Like he's a monster.
Yeah. Yes. Calvin Johnson. That's exactly. And man, he's an absolute monster. Did you see the shape he was in on draft day? Like everybody made those memes out of him because he's all flexing and
Yeah.
like it's the referee like throws a flag and it's like offensive pass interference and then it's like it shows DK Metcalf like flexing and he's like sorry defensive pass interference.
Oh my god.
It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a physical specimen, and I really think this is going to be his breakout season.
Oh yeah.
And it blows my mind that both of Russell Wilson's receivers are ranked outside the top 20.
Yeah, well, they've got 2 Atlanta receivers inside the top 20, but neither of Russell Wilson's receivers are inside the top 20. Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, and Matt Ryan, you can't tell me that Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley, and Julio Jones are going to score significantly more points than the combination of Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, and Tyler.
Yeah, even
sorry.
they've got Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods above them too, and it's like, nah, Tyler Lockett and DJ Chark are at least going to do better than one of them, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like Robert Woods, I actually have no faith in. I don't understand how he's in the top 20. Let me go into my number 10 real quick though. My number 10, Kenny Galladay, Detroit. Matt Stafford. They added a running back with Swift who can catch and has that big playability on whether he catches the ball or he's running the ball. So DeAndre Swift from Georgia, the running back, to me opens up that offense to something it hasn't had in a while. So Kenny Galladay, I think, is going to have a crazy.
See, I went the other way with it, man. Galladay is actually my what in the world, what are they thinking pick, dude. I can't believe
You're out of your
I can't
mind.
believe he's in the top 10, bro. Like what are like how? I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see Galladay in the top 10. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe they got him above Thielen, Cooper, Beckham Jr., Kupp. Like I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
That's one of the main disagreements we've had right there. Then we're gonna see. We'll find out. The season's not far off. Okay. All right, here. Let's go from there into our risk it for the biscuit. Who are your 2 biscuits?
All right, dude. I like these. Okay, so first off, I gotta go with who I believe is going to be the number 1 receiver in San Francisco this year, Deebo Samuel. I think.
Bro, Deebo Samuel, risk it for the biscuit number 1.
That's yours too. Oh man.
Yes.
And
bro.
where do they have him ranked on Fantasy Pros? Where is he? They got him ranked number 47 on Fantasy Pros. If you can.
They have him 36 on ESPN.
I think if you can get him in the 4th, 5th, for sure pick up Deebo Samuel. He is going to have some huge games.
Yeah, I think so too. When I saw him last year, I was like, man, that kid, he's gonna kill it. Like, they're gonna be good. That whole team is gonna improve from last year, and that should worry everyone.
And
all right, so hold on. Let me say mine now, so people don't think it's rigged. My number. I just showed the camera, so they already saw. You haven't seen it yet. My is a wide receiver from Baltimore, the target for Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown.
Yeah, that's a good one. I thought about throwing in an honorable mention for him or something. Yeah, he's probably going to have a really good year.
Yes, I think he's going to have a monster year because Lamar's that playmaker, so they'll be queuing in on stopping him from running as much and trying to make him pass more. And then, but he has the 2 running backs, 2 really solid, Ingram and who's the new kid from? Man, I talked about him last week from Ohio State. Yeah, we'll get that.
Y-
But yeah, there in Baltimore, you got him and the new rookie running back that he can take dump offs. He'll take a little bit of pressure off Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson is going to find Marquise Brown
Yeah.
a lot more with his arm as he
Yeah.
gets better as an NFL quarterback.
And you might-
So, it just gets worse for everybody in the
Yeah.
AFC from here on out. With
And
Lamar
and you
Jackson.
might get Marquise Brown. You know, you might get lucky and get him in the 6th. You're probably gonna have to. He's probably gonna get picked up in the 4th or 5th. But if he's available in the 6th, pick him up. That's a value pick right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Who's your second
My
biscuit?
second biscuit. Okay, I'm excited that he's in New Orleans now. Emmanuel Sanders. I think that he is going to get a lot of targets because he's going to get opened up because Michael Thomas is going to be covered by all the best corners and safeties. It's gonna be. Dude, I think Emmanuel Sanders. I'm excited to see him play with Drew Brees too. That's like the best quarterback he's played with since Peyton Manning.
Yeah, that'll be.
And
Yeah, I mean, Emmanuel has that experience with the great quarterbacks too. Like,
yeah,
he's going to be. I mean, I'm sure you guys are going to miss him a little bit there in San
Yeah.
Francisco because he made some big plays for you.
I
guys
think he's
at the
going
end
to
of
do
the year
better
there,
in
but
New Orleans.
I'm stoked to see him with Drew. Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too.
So that's those. So yeah, my two biscuit for the biscuits are Debo Samuel
All right,
and
now
Emmanuel Sanders.
let's go into the honorable mention.
Honorable mentions.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
so
all right,
honorable
all right.
mentions. I told you already. One of them was DK Metcalf. I think he's potentially a top 10 wide receiver. He's going to do really good. But then my other honorable mention, he was on my team last year for most of the season. He was my most consistent receiver. He didn't have any really. He had one or two really good games.
Ooh,
It's
I already know
Cortland
what you're talking
Sutton with the.
Yeah, him and Brown from the Buffalo were definitely the two
Yeah.
most consistent double-digit scoring receivers
Yeah,
all year long.
and Cortland Sutton. Who's the starting QB there? Is it Drew Lock this year?
Yes, I believe it's going
Yeah,
to be
yeah. Drew Lock is starting QB as far as I know, and so yeah, I think he's going to do really good with Cortland Sutton. I love Cortland Sutton. I think he's really good.
Yeah, that's a good honorable
Yeah.
mention. Here's my two honorable mentions. Two, not older guys. Well, one of them I would say is probably no, not really older guys. They're just at that like peak experience. Not where they could retire next season or anything like that, but they're a veteran, peak experience, and both got quarterback upgrades, and I think they're gonna have comeback seasons, great
Okay.
seasons. And so my two honorable mentions are T.Y. Hilton from
wow.
Indianapolis with he's got Phillip Rivers now
Yeah.
as his quarterback, and then A.J. Green in Cincinnati who has Mr. Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
$20 million man or whatever, $36 million man, Joe Burrow. He signed that rookie contract finally for $36 million. Ridiculous.
yeah. Those are good mentions.
But yeah, so those are my two: T.Y. Hilton and AJ Green. I think those two will have good comeback seasons. This
Cool.
year.
Right on.
All right, that's our top 10 receivers, guys. We're gonna try getting into where we have like a sports news episode to kind of update you on what's gone on through all sports throughout the week, not just fantasy football. This is gonna be a regular thing for us. Try to help you guys out as much as we can going into this fantasy season. Kind of get you guys involved and show you our league. And yeah, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Wes, what do you
Yeah.
want to say to everybody out there that's actually made it through our
Yeah.
second episode? And
Yeah,
watched
just
us
go ahead and
here?
please, just please give us a share or a like. Definitely please comment. We really want to be engaging with you guys. If you want to argue with us, let's argue. If you have any
Yeah.
ideas, if you have someone that should have been in our top 10 that wasn't, let us know. If you guys agree with us, let us know. Whatever. We want to be engaging with you guys. I talked about this in the last episode. This is, we want to start a community here. We want to talk with you guys.
And if if Wes's editing is good enough yet, we'll put them somewhere over here, over there, somewhere around here. But yeah, guys, definitely, like Wes was saying, give us a comment. Let us know what you think. Give us a share. Like us. Hit that subscription bell if you're digging it and want to hear us talk more about sports. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Episode number 2. Next week, it looks like we're going to do quarterbacks come back and argue with us some.